Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
I consider myself pretty positive dude, in my life and especially with the show and whatever. Like, I want to put positivity out there. However, a little peek behind the curtain, and for those of you that are on our Patreon or the 49ers Rush and watch all the in-season breakdowns that we do, the most angry that I have gotten over the past 3 years isn't with Jake Brendel or Nick Sorensen or what. I don't know. It's 49ers special teams. Whenever I'm doing, we've done every special teams game for the past 3 years, 3.5, almost 4, I guess 4 years now. I say more curse words on those. Now, there are least watched shows and least watched, whatever. Every single play, we do them all. And my first, coordinator coaching job was special teams. I value that. I was a long snapper in high school. I was a backup punter in high school. I value special teams. There's 3 phases in the game, and the 49ers have been god-awful. The biggest weakness, in my personal opinion, since Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch showed up as special teams, we haven't had one quality year. Not one. One, he hired Richard Hightower as buddy for the first 5 years, got worse. Let him go somewhat, let him go find another job, didn't even fire him. Then you go John Snyder, who was, this longtime vet guy, supposed to fix everything. Awful. Didn't fake one punt the entire time. Just awful. And watching last year with the new kickoff rules and being there, awful, terrible. Well, now you got Brant Boyer. And Brant Boyer's boys are in effect. And none more important than Siran Neal comes in number 64 on our roster countdown. Now, he is versatility exemplified from the defensive back position, but make no mistake, Siran Neal is here to be a special teams ace and back up not 1, not 2, but 3 positions on the 49ers defense. That's nickel corner or slot corner, outside corner, and box safety. He can play them all. He has played them all, and he's going into his 7th season in the 8th season. He's finished 7 seasons. Siran Neal is a special teams ace. He wears jersey number 33, does almost everywhere he goes. 6 foot 206. He plays slot, but he's a big dude. And the 49ers covet those 6 foot 200-pound defensive backs that have the versatility. He's got NFL experience at all of them. 31-inch arms. He's 30 years old, going to be 31 August 4th. So he is along in years, but 49ers signed him to a 2-year deal. He's not going anywhere. And he comes at 64 on our list, but he's making the 53-man roster, I guarantee you. You look at his contract, this dude got $2.2 million guaranteed this year in this offseason, where the 49ers gave out no guaranteed money to any new players or guaranteed money to undrafted free agents. Yeah, you did the 3 big extensions, but for bringing in, the 49ers were pinching pennies on guaranteed money. Not so with Siran Neal. And I think that matters. So even though he's 30, going to be 31 when the season starts, this guy's going to be sticking around this year guaranteed, next year probably. He ran a 4.56 whenever he came out, but probably a little bit slower than that now. 1.59 10-yard split, not great. A 40.5-inch vertical. That's top 93 percentile. 10 foot 2 broad jump, good. 17 bench press reps, really good for a defensive back. His comps, there's not a lot. Darrell Stuckey, Evan Williams are probably the 2 closest that people might know. And he's an Alabama boy from Eufaula High School. Then he goes to Jacksonville State. And, his name is Siran Devontae Neal. Has 6 brothers and 1 sister, which I thought is awesome. 2-time All-Ohio Valley Conference player in high school. Was just a 1 or 2 star recruit coming out. Played mostly linebacker in high school. Was a wide receiver in high school. Graduates with his criminal justice degree. Love to see that. Has 2 daughters named London and Lauren. Congrats to the Siran family. One of the things that was crazy to me, he has no interceptions. He's played 7 seasons in the NFL as a defensive back, former wide receiver, no picks. Weird, but that's not really his role. He's there as a backup at, again, 3 positions, nickel, outside corner, and, box safety. It's special teams. That's just what he does. He has over 2,000 special team snaps in his career. Played over 60% of special team snaps every single year except for his rookie year. So that is 6 consecutive seasons playing over 60% special team. This is a guy that's on 5 out of 6 of your special teams every single year, year in and year out, right? He's on kickoff. He's on kickoff return. He's on punt. He's on punt return. And he's on field goal block. The only thing he's not on is the field goal team, and that's just a bunch of big lugs and a kicker, long snapper, and holder. He's not going to be one of those. But he's going to play a lot. Now, you look at his defensive performance, mostly nickel corner. That's where he's got the majority of his snaps. But again, several, over 100 snaps at outside corner, over 100 snaps at box safety. Can play a little bit of free safety, but that's usually just the film that I watched was just motion, cross motion, jet sweep, which rotates the defensive safeties, things like that. But he was brought to the 49ers to be an elite special teams player on one of the worst performing special teams units for the past decade in the NFL. Now, he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018 by the Buffalo Bills. He was the 154th pick. Same round, the 49ers drafted DJ Reed. Same round, Maurice Hurst. Niners didn't draft him, but eventually brought him over. And Troy Fumagalli. Niners really liked that draft. Career stats, 126 tackles, 4 tackle for losses, 3 quarterback hits, 1 sack, 3 forced fumbles, and 7 pass breakups. That's pretty impressive. Was with the Miami Dolphins last year. Played in all 17 games. Love to see that. Here's his snap breakdown. Almost all special teams. 372 special team snaps last year. But defensively, 37 snaps as a slot corner, 12 snaps as a box safety, 4 snaps as a wide corner, and 2 snaps as a free safety. Plays all over the place. Injuries, he's been healthy. He had a concussion in 2019, missed 1 game. Outside of that, dude just plays football. So you've got the health, the best ability, availability. This guy has that. Niners signed him March 18th, 2025 to a 2-year, $4 million deal. There was competition for Siran Neal's qualities that he brings in special teams. Got a $1 million signing bonus and $2.25 million guaranteed at signing. $1.65 million cap hit. So does that guarantee you a roster spot? Not necessarily. But in the context of the current state of the financial 49ers, they gave out no guaranteed money. And as we're going through this roster countdown, we're about 25, guys down. No guarantee, no guarantee, no guarantee, no guarantee. This dude, $2.25 million guaranteed. That's what DFF was getting. And yeah, I know DFF was a linebacker, but Siran Neal's making this roster, period. That's all there is to it. He's just going to be there. Brant Boyer picked this dude. He's only started 1 game in his career, Siran Neal, but 114 games appeared in special teams. Last year, as I said, played 17 games, and he just shows up. So Brant Boyer's boys, Siran Neal is right at the front of that. You brought in all these special team specialists. Siran Neal, John Weeks, Luke Gifford, Jason Pinnock, Richie Grant. Almost all of them except for John Weeks, who's just a long snapper. Special teams core players that provide depth, veteran depth at Siran Neal, defensive back. Luke Gifford, linebacker. Jason Pinnock, safety. Richie Grant, defensive back. He built out his team the right way. I do believe that he makes the 53-man roster because of the guaranteed money. And if something hits the fan, you can move this dude everywhere. He's played in every defensive scheme, and he can cover all the positions. Not that that's what you want, but it's quality play, and you hope you can disguise them and kind of help them cover and whatever else. Nobody's goal is to have Siran Neal out there on the defensive side of the ball. But it's not. It's the George Odom signing, and I really thought when the Niners brought in Siran Neal, Richie Grant and Jason Pinnock, George Odom would be gone, but he's still here. So there's a lot of these special teams guys that are going to stick around. Siran Neal's making this roster, and gosh, the 49ers defense or special teams cannot be as bad as it was last year. Improvement has to take place, has to, and Siran Neal's going to be a part of that. So, thank you to Josh, Ben, Zach, and the rest of the 49ers Rush team. We're just going to keep counting them down.